Today I just kind of wanted to come on, go live, um, so I could post this video about what's been going on and, the shit that I've been dealing with for the past couple of months, that's hit me really hard. But overall, what I've been dealing with for 8 years, um, it's just been rough. I deal with panic attacks and anxiety, agoraphobia, PTSD, depression, all this wrapped into one. And it's really, really been rough. I I'm laying here. I have to be to work at 3. It's just one of them days where I don't want to get out of bed. And I mean, it's really, I can't really, I can explain it, but for somebody to understand it, you have to be going through it, or at least know somebody who is, to fully understand what the fuck I deal with. Um, First, let me clarify that panic attacks and anxiety are somewhat similar, but they are not the same. There's different types of anxiety. A panic attack is a fucking panic attack. That's what it is. You can have a panic disorder. That's what I have. Social anxiety, I deal with that. Regular anxiety, I deal with that. And it's just your fucking mind and telling your body to be in fight or flight mode and for no apparent fucking reason. Uh, I've been dealing with this since I was like 17, and it's caused me to stop doing everything that I love to do as far as driving trucks, being a flight attendant. It's completely changed my life, and I've been trying to beat it, overcome it. It's just it's not like I'll have it for the rest of my life. I've come to a place of receiving that I will deal with this for the rest of my life. And like I said, if you've never had panic attacks or agoraphobia, any of PTSD, any of that shit, you don't get it. You wouldn't understand. I don't have expectations. I wouldn't expect you to get that or to understand it. But it stopped me from doing a lot of shit. Um, I haven't always been this way. It started when I was, like I said, 17, 18, and I was completely normal until one day it just fucking happened. And now I go to um mental health. I go to see a therapist. I go to see a psychiatrist because I have to. I've been trying to deal with this myself for 8 years. Clearly, it's not working. I need somebody else, professional help. But like I said, before I started having panic attacks and getting this shit, I was never like this. I was completely normal. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for my husband and my mom and my dad, because those are the people who I cling to. Um, you know, my husband didn't understand it because he's never been through it. but he's trying to learn how to deal with it. But I do see a psych, I do see a therapist, and they've been really helpful. You know, I had to, one thing I despise, I said I would never go to mental health. I would never take medication, but I had to eat my words. I had to because I couldn't do this shit by myself. So driving trucks went out the window, or went out to be a flight attendant, did that. That shit went out the window because this shit has literally taken control over my life. And it's fucking hard, you know. Having agoraphobia by itself is fucking hard because you don't want to go into public places. Walking into Walmart is like a fucking jungle to me. Like, I immediately, it sends me into a panic attack, and I don't want to be there, but I have to be there because I need shit for my house. I don't go anywhere by myself but to work. If I go somewhere, my husband is always going to be with me. He understands, and he tries his best to help me when I have my episodes, you know. I had a lot of traumatic shit happen to me when I was younger, and that's where the PTSD comes into play. No, it's not just for people who's fought in the war. No, it's not just for veterans. Anybody can get PTSD. Anybody. Anybody can have anxiety. Anybody can have panic attacks or agoraphobia. Anybody. This shit can just happen like that. Is that's how it happened for me. But I'm just trying not to let it fully control my life, but at the same time, your mind is so fucking powerful. Panic attacks will have you feeling like you dying, like you about to have a heart attack, your fucking heart racing. I mean, your body numb, you get nauseous. I can't, like, when I have a panic attack, my appetite goes away. I won't eat for hours. Damn near a whole day I will not eat. It's just like that bad. Depression is, it's just too much. All this shit is too much. You have a panic attack, your body get numb. I start getting like detachment, like I'm not aware of what's going on around me when I have an episode. It's a lot, man. It's just a lot. So tomorrow I go back to see, I haven't seen my psychiatrist in a month. I go back tomorrow to see him. They've been talking about a service animal. I never in my life thought I would have to have a fucking service animal, but when I'm at work, I don't like for people to get too close to me. I never have. I don't, like I said, I've been through shit. I don't want people to get close to me. I don't want nobody to touch me. Please do not touch me. Like, it's that bad. I will fucking flip. I don't like it. But never in my life did I ever think I would have to have a fucking service animal. How the fuck does that even happen? Like, you see people with service animals who are blind, deaf, something like that. They gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it just makes you think, like, is my shit that extreme? Like, what the fuck? It's crazy. But the shit makes you feel like you going crazy. I got plenty of sense. I got plenty of sense. I've done plenty of shit. But this shit will literally control your life. And I just can't. So at this point, like, my panic attacks, I won't sleep. If it wasn't for my psychiatrist prescribing me medicine, like, I would stay up days. It's that bad. And I'm panicking and I'm thinking about this. So I'm feeling like I'm gonna die. Or I feel like a fucking house and sat on my chest. I can't breathe. I have to take a certain medicine at night, which is considered a SSRI. You don't know what that is? Google it. I take a SSRI classified medication. Before then, I was taking they had me on a benzo Ativan. That shit didn't help. Like, it felt like it made it worse. In the daytime, I'm taking another anxiety medication or whatever. That shit just, that's some shit I'm gonna have to get changed because I feel like it don't help. Especially, I take it more when I'm home. I always have to take the one that I said is a SSRI. I have to take that at night. I have to. I can't skip it. But the one that I take in the daytime is like, I don't feel like it's helping me because I have to mostly depend on it when I'm at work, and that's when my anxiety and stuff is heightened because I work in a store helping customers, selling them shit, and they're going to get close to me, and I don't expect them to know what the fuck I'm going through or feel sorry for me. I don't want pity. Like, this shit is real life. But at the same time, I'm not going to go on a whole fucking explaining spree trying to explain to them why I don't want them to get close to me or to touch me. Please do not. I try not to be rude. Excuse me. I don't mean no harm, but I I require personal space, and please don't physically touch me. And I have to say that. I have to tell them that. I'm not gonna go into full detail to them about what the fuck I'm going through, because it's not none of their business. My managers and stuff, district managers, they all know what I have and what I go through. But they understand. Sometimes I have to walk the fuck out because shit just too stressful, or I panic, and I gotta get away for a second. This shit is just, my goal is to help people. I want to get to a place where I can help other people who deal with this shit, because it's not fun. I give anything just to be fucking normal. I give anything to not have to deal with this shit. Like, it's that bad. It's that fucking bad. And a lot of people, they'll assume, oh, you doing good, you look good, and that's something my therapist said. When I come to therapy, she said, you know what? She said, I see a lot of people who deal with what you're going through. She said, but what I noticed is they wear it and you don't. Stop, Ina. I have a cat and she bad. But she said you don't wear it, and when you do your assessment and stuff at mental health, they ask you stuff like that. Like, do you do you neglect, taking care of yourself, taking showers? Some people develop phobias of certain shit. And I have my own triggers. Thank you. I just seen your comment. Thank you. But some people develop certain shit where they won't take a bath, and I don't do none of that. Like I told her, I take a bath. I take care of myself like I normally do, but I do have certain phobias or certain shit I won't do. You know, it's like, okay, it's a certain room in my mom's house that I won't go in. And that room is a trigger for me. And I know some people are going to be like, how the fuck is a room a trigger for you to make you have panic attacks? Like, what? But that certain room in my mom's house is where I've had a lot of my panic attacks. So that room is a trigger for me because of that. Because I've been in that room and had those panic attacks, and I feel like if I keep going into that room, then I'll have another one. I've developed a fear. And it took me a long time to be able to break this shit down, because even talking about it at one point would send me into a panic attack. Researching anything on it on Google, some stuff like that, or watching other people's videos who are going through this would send me into a panic attack. Why? Because I had developed a fear. If I read about it, I'm gonna have one. If I go into that certain room in my mother's house, I'm gonna have one. You know, I've developed safe zones. Going to my mom's house is okay, but that one room is not okay. Being at home alone, like I am now, sometimes will send me into a panic attack. It would. But then going out in public would send me into a panic attack. One of my triggers with going out in public is having a panic attack in public, then people seeing me have one, and me becoming embarrassed, and then I can't get the fuck out. And I do that even when, like, for Thanksgiving's coming up. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. But just thinking about the fact that, okay, this year nobody's cooking, but my grandmother is doing a big Thanksgiving dinner at her place. All the family and stuff is going to be there. That's a good time, right? That's nice. To me, that's like a fucking jungle. That shit is like, no. I like, I probably won't go. I I probably won't go. Another trigger is judgment, but I'm learning to work through it. And my first steps with working through it was going to therapy. I didn't want to be judged by what I had going on. All this shit sound crazy. Fuck, it is. All this shit really does. Like, it sounds crazy. But it's real life. I can sit here and literally talk about it now because I'm on medication. I'm on medication. And one of my medications stopped me from getting depressed. when I first started seeing when I first started seeing my psychiatrist, I could not talk to him without fucking crying. Like, it was that bad. I hate pillows. I really do. But my fucking neck hurts. First of all, because I have on no shirt. And I'm trying to record this video. But we're gonna block all this out. This is the one that I take at night. I take this one at night. This is the one that stops me from getting depressed. And it kind of like masks the fear a little bit of my panic attacks and stuff, but not completely. This is the one that I take at night. I have 2 bottles of this because this is the one that I take in the daytime when I get really, no, get down. But this is the one that I take in the daytime when I get, y'all. Anybody want a cat? I promise you can have her. She's fucking bad. But I take this in the daytime, and like how he has it, it says take 1 to 2 tablets by mouth 3 times daily is needed for anxiety. That's 6 pills. 6 pills of just this alone a day as needed. I need some shit that's gonna last the whole time I'm at fucking work. But I know medication is not gonna completely take it away. Bring your ass here. Quit being bad. You're gonna get a whooping. But I don't want to go to work today. I really don't. I've been trying to work. This little girl, she knocked my medicine on the floor. But I've been trying to work to keep my mind off of it. I've been trying to work days off for when my husband's at work because I don't want to be here by myself. And even when I am by myself, I can't do nothing but think about it because I'm fearing that I'm going to have one. But it's just too much, man. And if y'all have questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind answering questions. I'm just trying to get through the basics of what I go through every day. It's rough. It's really rough. Like, is that bad to the point where I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy? I would not. But I just wanted to come and tell y'all what the fuck I'd be dealing with. It's crazy again. Like, tomorrow they're doing my paperwork for a service animal. I have to go through training with a service dog to... Another thing before I go, when, like what I was talking about with having panic attacks, another thing that happens is sometimes I'll black out, which is not good. It's not okay. When I have them, when I spoke on having detachment, when I have them, I'm not aware of what's going on around me. It's like you get fucking tunnel vision and then you're just focusing on the attack part that's happening to you. And it's like a fucking downward spiral from there. Like, you know when you're gonna have one. Because for me, I start feeling certain stuff when it's about to happen. My heart it'll start speeding up, beating faster. Like, my hands and arms, my legs, feet will go numb. I'll get nauseous. I'll lose my appetite completely. And it just feels like you're gonna die, and then it's all you focusing on, and you're not aware of what's going on around you. It's crazy how powerful your mind is. Like I said before, it's crazy. And the fucked up part about it is that sometimes when I have them, and I can come back and realize what's going on, I'm telling myself I'm okay. Like, girl, calm down. You are okay. You're gonna be all right. Breathe. Like, I'm trying to talk to myself. There's nothing wrong with you. You are okay. But your mind is saying otherwise, and your body is reacting, and that's why they call it, like my psychiatrist, he called it your body is in fight or flight mode. Your adrenaline is pumping and all this stuff. Your body's trying to protect you, and your brain is telling you to do certain stuff to protect yourself. You're in defense. But what the fuck am I in defense for? Like, I don't. It's just like I know that I'm okay, but I still panic. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Moral of the story: that shit is really real. I'm in a support group on Facebook for people who have anxiety, panic attacks, OCD, depression, PTSD. I'm in a group on Facebook where like we talk about all of that, and there's other people who deal with the same shit that I go through. That shit is really real. Like mental health. I'm not talking about people who just literally you can look at them and tell that they have a disability, like a person is blind or they can't talk or they are wheelchair bound and they can't walk, or like those physical, like they, okay, some people born that way or whatever, but you got people that's like me, that I was perfectly normal and shit one day just happened and it changed my life. But the reality of it is I will have this shit for the rest of my life. I receive it. I've gotten to a place where I receive that. I know that. My mom has anxiety, but she doesn't have panic attacks. My dad has PTSD, but he was, like I spoke on earlier, everybody that has PTSD has not been in the military. My dad has. My dad's a veteran. He fought in the war and stuff. That's where his come from. But my shit come from something totally different. I've never been in the military. So anybody can get it. A bad car accident can cause it. You lose somebody close to you, it can cause it. It could just happen. Some people develop panic disorders or anxiety and depression and all this stuff because they might have lost their mom. Something crazy happened or something traumatic happened to now they're stuck with this shit for the rest of their life and never dealt with it before. But you take a person like me who's been dealing with it for 8 years and trying to overcome this shit, but look at where I'm at. 8 years later, something I said I would never do is go to a fucking mental health center. My dad he'd say little crazy shit trying to be funny, but he'd be like, you go out there talking to them damn people if you want to. Your ass gonna be in a mental health institution. They're gonna lock your ass up. He'd just say joking. But some people have this shit like that bad to the point where they have to be. I'd rather take medication before you put me in a goddamn, no, like you're not gonna put me in no mental hospital. Like that shit not gonna happen. Like I said, I got plenty sense. I'm okay, but I'm not okay. And that's something else that I had to come to realization with too, that it's okay not to always be fucking okay. I'm learning, just like with some of the people who gonna watch this and they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it's a learning experience still 8 years later for me too. I was not always scared to go into a fucking grocery store or into Walmart or something. I was not always that way, but it just happens. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, y'all. I don't give a damn what. I would not. But I wanted to just tell y'all what's been going on. Maybe it'll be somebody who watched this video and they going through the same stuff, and they're not at a point where they can talk about it or speak about it, especially on a social platform, you know. So at least this video can bring some type of educational purpose, maybe. Or it can help somebody who going through the same shit I'm going through. Maybe. Because believe it or not, I'm still trying to fight this shit. I'm still trying to get through this shit one day at a time. But there's also somebody out there who don't know how they gonna get through this shit, and they're contemplating suicide right now because they don't know how. And I don't want I don't want to ever get to that place of thinking like that. But it's that scary. It's like some days I just don't know. It's that bad? It's that bad. It's that bad. But I'm gonna leave it on that note. And if this can help somebody, if this can open the door for somebody to be able to, somebody else to be able to talk about this shit that once could not, this is what this video is for. This is what it's for. It's not easy. It's not. I'm gonna leave it here. And I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get my life together. And today is gonna be another day where I fight. Today is gonna be another day where I'm gonna try to be strong, and I'm gonna go to work and try to breathe and just take it one step at a time. That's all I can do. That's it. That's it. I'll talk to y'all later.